Jim Durucci television is a small idea, like many other little ideas that God has dropped in our hearts. And in my heart, talking about me, that is. And it's simply meant to express personal opinions about life, not just in Africa, but life as seen through the lenses of so many people that I've been privileged to connect with in life. I don't in any given way claim to know a lot, because I truly don't. And the more I age, the more I realize how much I don't know. I'm turning 41 on the 29th of April. And time flies so fast. And days are shorter. By the time it's 8 a.m., you're already 3 p.m. and the day is gone. So days are actually flying so fast. And in my previous recording, I shared about competition. And I've had friends who have been so wonderful to create time and to respond to some of the things I have to say. And I'm so happy that most of them are so candid to let me know the negative parts that came out, the gray areas, and to also offer compliment and add on to that as they feel led in their hearts. And so we'll continue just sharing our heart about things. And in my previous recording, as I have mentioned, I was like talking about competition, which has really underpinned some people's existence. Some people have just chosen to give their lives to others, to live for others, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, because they have given themselves to competition that is so unnecessary. And you look at them and they're always on the run, they're always striving as if to capture something that is always elusive, as if they're always reaching out to take on that mirage, and it keeps on eluding them and going further and further. And they age through life. They're forever tired, waking up early, sleeping late, and competing themselves with others. Sadly, more than we can even imagine. Some of them even compete with people who are not even aware that they are being competed. Can you imagine being in a competition with somebody who doesn't even know you are competing with them? What a tragedy. And yet it is so true. We have people living other people's lives. They have wasted their own, and they died a long time ago. And the days they now live are filled with fear. They are filled with phobia. They are filled with guilt. Their days are so full of anxiety. And some of these people are on pressure medication to control their pressure because it's so high. Some of them have even lost weight. They're so skinny. Others don't look good. God has blessed them with looks, but they don't look like they should look because of the competition. They have given their lives away in competition with the people who either don't even care or don't even know or are not even bothered by the competition. But we still have some people who are aware of the competition, and because of the grace they have, they put in just a little effort and they shoot forth so that You can never compete with them. They know you are competing them. And they know they have the grace, and they know themselves, so they leave their purpose and they pump in a little effort and they move farther than you can ever go. So competition is a disease, and it's not just about the African culture. We have competition here. I've had people competing against me in a way that was very ruthless, and I have been blessed, by the way, not to really compete. I don't really compete. I just do my own things. I do my own crap. I follow my own star. I come up with my own things, and I cling on what I believe has been given to me by God. So to that end, I'm secure. I'm secure in my skin. I do my thing, and I do it daily, and I do it with my power and my passion, and I put in my everything. And so many things I do actually fail, but we have other things that I do and they succeed. And that is an authentication to what I haven't called to do. Every time I do something and it fails, I know it wasn't meant for me. Every time I try something and it takes too much time, I know that I wasn't meant to pursue that. And I'm so good at saying bye-bye to things that are giving me problems. And I tend to pursue the things I feel free and easy to pursue. And it has given me peace, and it has given me the strength I need. It has given me focus and fortitude, and it has enriched my faith with that conviction of the evidence and the substance, which has enabled me to accomplish a few things, some of which you can bear witness to the glory of God. And so we engage ourselves in competition in spheres that are strange and foreign to us. And in so doing, we light fires that are strange. Biblically, we are told about the sons of Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, who were in the presence of God before the tabernacle. The box, that enshrines the holies of holies, the holy of holies, where we have the seraphims and the seat of mercy. And it was such a glorious thing to be in the presence of God. It represented heaven on earth. And I think in some spirit of competition, maybe with their brother or maybe with their dad, they lit strange fires before the Lord. And we know what happened. Nadab and Abihu were killed. Their strange fires could not be acceptable before God. And the fire of God came from the throne, and he engulfed them, and they died. And when Nadab and Abihu died, and Aaron wanted to cry, he was told by Moses, don't even begin it, because you will die. The moment you begin to cry about your boys, you'll die. So he couldn't mourn the passing of his two sons. So competition is just a no-no in the presence of God. And when we look at the ministry of Christ on earth, it wasn't a ministry that embraced competition. And every time people brought up competition, Jesus was so quick to rebut that. He cherished humility. Of course, he wanted them to understand that they have been called. Those apostles of Christ had been called. And they had that promise for living their calling with him. And we see people coming up with competition, and maybe one or two examples. There was a mother who had two sons there. They called the sons of thunder. They were the children of this wealthy man who we are told had servants, and he worked in the water. He was a fisherman with servants, so he was rich. His name was Zebediah in Swahili, but in English it is Zebedee. And their mom comes there and in the spirit of competition goes before Christ and, does some obeisance, some little worship. But behind the worship there is a motive. Some people will come and, show some, but behind that there is a motive. And so she comes there and worships a little bit, and she stands before Jesus and says, I pray that when you go to heaven, your kingdom, then my sons will be on your right hand and on your left hand. And we see Jesus rebuking her and telling her, that's not given to me. And even as she brings that competition where Christ is, her children are not even better than the rest of the apostles. We are told they are the sons of thunder. They were so temperate. Their tempers were so high. And so if we had to go with what we call demeanor and good upbringing and all that, she fell short because her sons were so temperamental and they could not have qualified for the position he was trying to vouch for them. But Jesus did not even dwell on that. He simply dismisses her. And through his ministry, we get people like Simon Peter, coming up and trying to be on top of things. And Jesus keeps on, no. And he says, I will not let you get crucified. Get thee behind me, Satan. And he continues on and is told, you'll deny me 3 times. And all that.